What's going on, guys? Welcome to week number 11 action. We're going to start this one off with Ardmore against Shreveport. You guys can see we got some visits coming into Ardmore, Oklahoma to face off against a big-time matchup with the Skeeters. We got James Holmes, Narcisse, and Bostic, so a lot of guys on the line. This is a good game for them.
Yes, and Shreveport with their running game and their run defense. They're doing football the old school way, and they're having a lot of success at it, much to the surprise of some people.
The whole entire conference, really.
Yes. So this is a game I think they can win. If they play this game between the tackles, I think they might be able to beat Ardmore.
Even with when they're trying to run to the outside, they got Andre Wingo, who's got 942 rushing yards on 182 of them. So double-digit touchdowns. Is a very, very good player. And here's Wingo yet again. I mean, he's just racking up the yards on us right now.
Yeah, it's good to see him really get going because we've had him. This is game number 4 that we've seen Wingo, and he's yet to have that huge game. So Maybe this is it.
Little play action rollout here, and here's La Duca throwing in between two defenders for a touchdown to Brett Britton, his favorite target at tight end.
That's a gutsy throw. Man, La Duca. Gutsy throw.
So we're going to actually run the same thing and try to go with Jake Wood here. He's got 15 yards. 1st and 10, starting running back DeQuandre Shook, shaking people out of their shoes there for 13 yards. And then here's Cade Wilson, 3rd and 6 to Leandro Ransom. He's actually the 5th wide receiver on the roster, so good to see him get some action. Then we got DeQuandre Shook with a toss to the left. He's going to pick up 6 yards, only needed 3. Then we got another play action, a little bit of rollout here, misdirection for that Skeeter defensive line, and he's going to find Mercutio Hardaway for a 6-yard score. So
that's a classic bootleg inside the 5. Good throw there by Cade Wilson.
2nd and 6. Here is La Duca trying to find somebody open, and he's going to try to shake people off and not going to get away. As Kiefer Nuttall is going to get a sack to force 3rd and 16. La Duca feeling some pressure here by Hill Parrish. He's going with Wingo, who almost gets to the first down line, but there's a flag in the backfield, and it's roughing the passer. So La Duca shaking and baking a little bit, trying to find some room, and Vinny Hill Parrish gets
little over aggressive on that play, perhaps.
1st and 10, and look at this. McKinley picks up the fumble as La Duca was just trying to get rid of it, and his speed is going to beat the wide receiver there. It's going to be a touchdown, 14-7. Roosevelt McKinley comes up big.
Right at the end of the quarter, so that's a big momentum change. The Skeeters are going to have to go back to the drawing board, figure out what happened there.
And that was Jasper Hodges who forced the fumble on that play, so really good job right there to just stay with him. Just because he's trying to throw doesn't mean you give up on it. Stay with him, force a bad
Jasper
throw
Holmes Holmes has to like that.
Yeah,
defensive end recruit.
Yes.
You get Ardmore's defensive end U. Maybe you can brand that.
Heck yeah. We don't need running back U, quarterback U. We need D-line U.
There you go.
So we see Wingo getting dropped for a 1-yard loss. That's Hill Parrish. He's already got 2 tackles, and 2 of them are for losses. So they're going to end up kicking a field goal here. John Hickson at quarterback, feeling the pressure, got to get rid of it, and Criswell going to pick him off here. That's bad. John Hicks, man.
I think what you got to do with Hicks is instead of doing the auto sub, maybe do it in game where you can do that formation sub. That might be better because you might select a play and then you're like, oh crap. That's the formation with Hicks in there.
Yeah, well,
and then he's swinging it.
That's what ends up happening when I select Ask Coach a lot of times.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing near the end of this game was not do that. I just started picking my own plays. So just to avoid that.
The head coach is taking over play calling duties.
Yes.
Everybody.
So 14-13, Shreveport is down by 1, so that will matter here in the next couple parts of this game. What are your takeaways so far at halftime?
I like the running game. I think the Skeeters are right there. I think this is going to be a total down the middle. I mean, it could go either way right now.
There is definitely a fork in the road type of feeling with this game, kind of teetering on a upset and then also teetering on some sort of blowout.
Yeah, I mean, But ACU needs the Skeeters to win this. They need the Skeeters to cause chaos in that East division. So if you're an ACU fan, Skeeters need to win this game.
Well, take a look here. We're going to get chaos right here as Andre Wingo is going to find himself going all the way. Nobody's going to be able to catch him. Man. Great
Touchdown.
Blocking.
And that referee might have caught him.
Yeah, that referee, we actually have a backstory on him.
Is he a sprinter?
He's a world-class sprinter.
He sprinted in college?
Yep, he's kind of like the Ed Hockley thing.
Tried out for the Olympics?
Yeah, he majored in law, but he was a sprinter.
Good for him.
Yeah. Here's a two-point conversion, 19-14, and look at this. Smoot and McCullough, they're not going to jump for the ball. What is that? What is that?
Good. Gates is just kind of waltzing around looking for...
He is all beef, man.
Yeah.
Herschel Gates.
Look how big that is, too.
He's like a tight end. I think if the pros were looking at him, he's definitely a tight end like option. Not a receiver by any means.
Antonio Gates type, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Herschel Gates, Antonio Gates. But look at Hicks is back in the game, and guys, I threw that to the left. I directed that to the left, and he threw it. He threw it to the right.
Yeah, so maybe Hicks at this point, I mean, you don't want to peg him as a one-trick pony, but maybe keep that ball in those hands for John Hicks.
Yep, and then you see McCullough getting a deflection, so they're going to have to punt the football away back to us. And here's Cade Wilson on a rollout because nothing was open, but he's going to toss it over there to Jenkins.
Good play.
Who's going to get
36 yards. So the defender, I don't know what they're doing.
He was he didn't even see it. He was focused on the receiver, I guess. So 2nd and goal, and nothing open yet again, and Wilson's going to take it himself, and 2 Skeeters in the back corner of the end zone are trying to cover Tratnik, and Wilson's like, okay, fine, I'll take it in.
Good play by Wilson. Now that is a heady senior right there, folks. Not what Hicks is doing right now. He's got a lot of room to grow, though. I think he'll be good.
He's very raw.
You're right.
He's very raw. So we got 6:14 left in this football game here, and Hill Parish. You know, it looked like La Duca was going to get out of that. That animation looked like he was going to get out of that. It's 3rd and 17 here.
Hodges.
Big downage right there, and ball's going to be dropped. So that's McKinley with the incompletion forced, and then here's Tratnik on a wide receiver
jet sweep. Not something you see every day.
Right,
going to Tratnik.
Not for this offense for sure. 1st and goal, and we're going to go back to the toss as we know that Shook has speed to burn, and this team, we want to utilize its speed, especially against a team like Shreveport, who doesn't have the fastest athletes on the football field. But we're going to go up a score with 3:13 left to go in this game. Shreveport's got to come through here on this drive.
Yeah, so here's Wingo shedding that tackle.
God, he
gets 8.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's a load, man. He's strong.
124 rushing yards on 11 attempts for Andre Wingo. A nice pass there to Brett Britton for 15 yards. So they're starting to drive down the field here. 3rd and 3 and shrugging off a sack. And look at this. Blake Stortz makes a huge play on defense. So the defensive captain comes through. That if he didn't jump for that, guys, that was a completion. And they would have picked up a huge first down. We see Wingo unable to get the first down as McCool comes in and makes a huge play. Got to have this first down if you're Ardmore because this could pretty much ice the game. And you got blocking up front. And Shook is going to take it for 37 yards. Big first down for the Thunderwolves.
Yeah, running out of bounds was a mistake. But you're just going to keep pounding it here. Picks up 13. That is just about going to do it.
Yep, just even if you don't even score here, it's still get 58 seconds running down. The clock's moving. This game is over. So Shreveport, they gave us their best game. Wingo was amazing, 153 rushing yards. What can you say? The Skeeters played ball today.
Yeah, definitely a good team. I think they earned a lot of respect. I think maybe they might have had some doubters, but good game overall by the Skeeters. We're going to see how they finish out because if they really want this season to go down in the books as a highly successful season, you'd like to see them maybe pick off ACU or McAllen. Or they already lost to McAllen, but maybe ACU. Maybe pick them off. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
All right, now we have here Nebraska State and Kansas A&M.
This is amazing to me. Number 5 in pass offense.
We get those yards, but we can't cash in. So Kansas A&M, we know they play good defense, elite defense, dare I say. And we've got a raw quarterback who can make some throws, but he's prone to making some mistakes. And here you see that defense showing up, hitting Frankie Pritchett down, and we're gonna have 3rd and 9. So this is a tough road game, I think, for us. We're gonna try to utilize that pass game. It's gonna be tough finding something that works, though.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that I can already name on the defensive side for KAMU that you got to watch out for.
Gutierrez.
Yeah, we'll get into them a little bit later. But look at this. Mitchum, the starting quarterback, taking over for Noah Shepard, is going to pitch it to Fritz, and he is gone.
Good stuff by Jake Fritz.
First
56
play.
yards. Yeah. I'm having some bad flashbacks to some games where I got shredded by the option. I've tended to do okay against the option, but something's going on with my D lineman here. That throw did not go where it was supposed to. Gutierrez in coverage. So now we got 3rd and 10. Trying to avoid those dreaded field goals.
Now you're just forcing stuff now.
Yeah, we're getting a little antsy, a little out of our element. So we're down 7-3 now.
2nd and 10, and here is Cody Mitchum yet again. And look at this. He's going to shrug off a tackle, and he's going to shrug off another tackle by Shanka. This guy, this guy cannot tackle.
No, he can't. I just need higher quality football out of him. I'm sorry.
1st and 10 now, and then Golston. Look at Golston with the big aggressive run there, the big physical run, getting it 12. 3rd and 12 now. He must have gotten some sort of tackle for losses, and then look at this play. Mitchum going to get sacked for a loss of 6 yards there. Going to force 4th and 19, and then we've got Shook, who doesn't miss a whole lot of field goals. He's going to miss this one, so it's going to be 7-3.
Staying alive. I'm not going to sing the song. Don't worry about it. Okay, Brenneman going to the house. We love this play.
It works for him. It works for him.
And it works here, and we take the lead on that play. We're throwing the option right back in the Amber Wave's face. So
Amber Wave fans are starting to freak out now because they're like, oh no, oh man. You can't ever go down to the user teams, right?
You can't lose to the Prairie Dogs.
No.
That's what they're worried about. So here we have a 3-point lead now for Nebraska State, and we just get Woods just got shoved
Look
off.
at Golston go.
Wow.
Is he gonna go all the way? He
Yes,
is.
He Marshawn Lynched that one to the house. Our tackling needs improvement. You need discipline. You need to be able to tackle when you play the option. And we are not getting it done right now. Brenneman with a drop. So you can see Willis right now. Midway through the second quarter, 5 of 11. And not very many yards to show for it. And here's Fritz, wide open pitch.
Huge play. If that safety was not there, he was gone again. So he's got 2 rushes for 84 yards.
Yeah, our guys are getting out of position. They're getting manhandled up front. Kansas A&M's getting blockers downfield.
Can't tackle.
Matt Moreau sheds that and goes into the house for a touchdown.
Yikes. So down 11 here. Late part of the second quarter here. 1:43 left to go, and you're going to force it to Brenneman, and Gutierrez is going to pick it off.
I told myself before this game even started, I said, I'm not picking on Gutierrez. And what did I do right there? I challenged
right at him.
Gutierrez.
5 for 14, guys. 5 for 14 for 39 yards is...
Yeah, so the yards aren't there. They're not there, are they? I mean, Kansas A&M, we've said it multiple times, one of the best defenses in the country. And I don't know if we got the horses offensively to last here. If we're going to give up plays like that. But maybe we can get a comeback. We just need maybe a stop. You know, we get in the halftime down down 14, we might survive. That's what we're hoping for right now. 3rd
14 right here. This is actually a good situation for you because you got to stop them. But Forrest Whipple is going to get 2 feet in bounds. When I watch this, and I've watched this maybe 4 times, twice in game, a couple times in editing, like, how did he get his feet in there?
I don't know. It's an athletic play. Maybe he does tap dancing in his spare time.
I think the better question, why didn't you challenge it?
He let us see that fancy footwork. So here we go. Willis going downfield to Swan.
That's a risky throw.
23. Okay. You know, we're going to have to take some risks, though, at this point.
That is very true. Here's Pritchett on a pitch for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Got to get a score here if you're the Prairie Dogs. And Higbee trying to jump over 3 men.
Up and over. Did he get the first down?
He got the first down.
Okay.
And here's another. You try to get it to Brenneman yet again, and he's just going to get wrecked by Keith Puckett.
We had him, but, I mean, Willis gave... no chance. Santonio Farmer, defensive captain, makes the play. So we settle. We settle for the field goal. We did not take that risk like maybe we ought to have. And now we're down by 15. So definitely a loss to take a field goal right there.
Well, it was okay because you did get a stop on the next possession for KAMU. So now you got a big play here to Highshaw up the middle. I think that's 6:31 left to go, and here's Myers with 13 yards. So now you're starting to sling it a little bit. I don't know if they're playing a little bit of prevent or you're just like more comfortable later on in the game, but first downs are coming easy right now for the Prairie Dogs. 3rd and 7, and here's a toss. Calvin Henry.
So what do you do here? I think we have to go for it.
And you
Field goal doesn't do any good here. And we get it to Bourgeois. He ducks into that end zone.
Nice job.
Nice job.
So you're back in it.
We're in it. We are in it. It was a nice methodical drive. A lot of things worked for us, but here's Sidney Layton gets to the 30-yard line. And we can't give up a field goal.
Interesting call here. You're down 8. Interesting that you didn't decide to go for 2 points on that last touchdown. You get it within 7.
Yeah, you always kind of want to hang in there first, put the pressure on the other team.
Right.
And then, I mean, it's 2 schools. You could go for it early, then you know what you need. But a lot of coaches are like, the longer we stay in the game, the better for us. But we give up that field goal, which is what we can't do. And then we throw it up, and that is intercepted. So, not much we can do there. Look at that. We went up and got it. So, man, not a very inspiring performance by the Prairie Dogs. We ran into a good team. Like, a record does not show us how good Kansas A&M is. They are much better than the record indicates. So, but we just lost. We got our butts kicked. That's okay. On to the next one.
I was just going to say, you move on to the next week, and you put it behind you. What do you get next week, by the way?
Next week we get Midland State.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, here they are. They are emerging as the only threat to Denver in the West, yet to play Denver. And here we have McAllen at 2-2. So we know that Shreveport lost, and they are, well, the standings, they should be 3-2 now.
I played my game last, that's why.
Yes.
This game was first.
Right, just to give you an idea of where McAllen is in the pecking order. They really need to win this game. They still have a chance to force that 3-way tie if they can knock off Ardmore later. But we see in Midland State how good this team is at home.
That's insane at home.
I mean, this is a big Texas showdown. You got your 2 gunslingers, your 2 NFL draft prospects, top offenses in the country. McAllen is just dominating on offense, but you see here Wicks can hold his own throwing the ball.
6 of 6 on that drive for a score. I would say that, I mean, we got 5 minutes here in the first quarter left to go. Like, Midland just drove straight down the field like it was nothing.
Yeah. And, Midland is surprisingly, maybe not so surprisingly, but kind of under the radar. Their defense is actually kind of stingy. You look at that team and you kind of think, Big 12, Texas, flashy uniforms.
Can't play defense.
They're probably not going to play defense, but they can actually get to the ball. They can actually rush the passer. You see there, I mean, Carmichael could not punch that into the end zone, and Wicks going back down the field.
Yep, so they are at the 30-yard line right now, about 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Claudio Keller gets the call on this rush, only gets 3. It's a good stop by McAllen to hold them to a field goal. It's going to be 10-3. Early part of the second quarter as we're starting this one back up, and then Paris McMillan, 7-yard reception.
Midland
not going to get the first down.
They really are slowing down McAllen. McAllen's not really going at the pace that they want. They're kind of in. Midland's getting ahead on downs, and then they're keeping everything in front of them.
Yeah, and the thing is, guys, is that this actually, here's a huge play. Yeah. Let me talk about this for 1 second. That's a huge run by C.J. Wicks. He's got a little bit of speed, but, he's not a burner.
He can run that option, though. He's pretty athletic. Very good play there. And this is almost a repeat of what we saw with ACU. We got a powerhouse. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my. You do not want to get hit by that man. No. That is a man amongst boys. Look at this guy.
Look at it. Oh, he's like, oh, boy.
Dude.
Right in his face.
Carmichael looks like a rag doll. Look at this big, look at this huge animal, man. My gosh, he's like a big bear.
He was probably, seeing stars after that one.
Yes, he was. 3rd and 18, and yeah, Weber's going to get 15. It's not going to be good enough. That is Streckenrider with
Here's what
big tackle.
I think the light, or his whole light flashed before his eyes on that tackle.
Yes.
You see, he's a guy that big. Save your NFL draft stock, Carmichael. So he's slinging it into the end zone, intercepted.
Yeah, so he does that quite often. There was a commenter. I got to do a better job of this. I got to go back into the comments before I reference you guys. That's something I got to work on going forward. So there was somebody that said that they want Bishop over Carmichael. I'm starting to lean towards that now after watching Carmichael numerous times. He just doesn't have the it factor.
Yeah, I mean, he can definitely put up some yards, but he tries to throw these zingers, and a lot of times they're going into coverage. So, but we were saying this is almost an identical repeat of ACU, especially if McAllen can punch this into the end zone before the half.
They don't.
McKinney is short.
What would I would honestly go for it right here, but they ended up kicking the field goal. I would go for it.
You could really put the game away, but field goal helps, and Carmichael's looking pretty confident still. I don't know why you would, honestly. Maybe it's just a charade, but
it's just him. Ooh,
yeah, he's throwing here.
That's a pretty good throw right there. It had some touch.
Yep. He finds Weber out there. 59 yards for Dustin Weber. So they are picking up some yards, but
nice throw
they're not scoring. Maybe this is going to start to change, though.
So there's Barrett Love for 14 yards. 1st and 10 now. And there's another nice pass by Carmichael in the midst of a lot of purple bodies out there. 3rd and goal now. Can they finally get a score? They cannot. He elects to go short. So a lot of interesting choices there by Carmichael. They settle for a field goal. They get 6. So another forced throw on the next possession is going to get McAllen the football here. And he broke that.
Yeah, he laid on top of the guy. Referee, smart call, did not blow the whistle.
Yes, always play it out. So Hobbs has 2 interceptions on Carmichael.
Carmichael, you need to clean that up. So here's Wicks again throwing. He goes right back into coverage. That's picked off.
He was playing catch with that guy.
Yeah. That goes right to Tomlinson for the INT, and McAllen will survive that little snafu, and they're going downfield.
Great throw.
Very good. He likes Paris McMillan. That might actually be his favorite target.
Outside of he likes Jackson for the deep balls, but he likes McMillan on just
about everything else.
Every other route, yeah. There's Rico Gathright for a 7-yard rush. Late part here in the 3rd quarter, about 2:25, ticking away here. If they get a score here, they're right back in this football game. This is not over.
Yeah, but 0 touchdowns to this point. They really need to punch this in. And Carmichael, he's got all day. You got all day, buddy.
He can't even get the throw off.
This is sad.
20 of 32 for Carmichael. It's going to be 20-9. They end up getting the ball back again.
Okay, late 3rd now. So McAllen defense is actually stepping up. Carmichael goes downfield.
What a catch.
There it is.
By Carson Jackson, 44 yards.
For second catch of the day.
Yeah, he's
Get him involved.
Not using him a whole lot in this game here. And then look at this. Another great athletic grab by Carson Jackson. Dude, if he is not one of the top picks in next year's draft.
Yeah, I know people don't like drafting receivers that high, but he is like I'll say it, he's like a franchise changer. If you could get him a wide receiver.
He's a freak.
You need to pair him up with an elite QB, and that would be amazing. But Wicks here is pulling some magic out of his hat, going inside the 1-yard line, and Claudio Keller, it's inside the 3. Touchdown for Kellers. The Midland rushing game is kind of trying to pull away here.
This is really tough for McAllen because they just had that big touchdown, and then Midland comes back and gets one to bring it back within the same score that it was before.
Right. Good response drive by the Mustangs.
It's just it's a backbreaker at that point.
Yeah. So his clock's ticking down here.
4th and 5.
Down 11. They need to get a first down.
Got to do it. Jedd, come on, man. Come on, man. Show some fight. Show some
day.
fight.
All day.
He runs right into the sack.
Wow.
Yep. So this game, it looks to be over. There is some time left. If McAllen can get a stop against Midland, they get the ball back, but they're still down 11 points. So
yeah, they need a lot of help here.
Well, they did get a stop, so that's the first step. They did complete the first step. 2:24 left to go, and Carmichael going to
Ledbetter.
Yep, Ledbetter there.
Ledbetter gets the first down. And you got under 2 minutes, so they need to get that score in pronto.
3rd and 6.
All day.
Again, Carmichael with the pocket awareness.
Telemontes gets the sack. You cannot blame the offensive line right now.
Oh,
Carmichael's just hanging on the ball way too long. But they do get the 4th and 12, and they got the number 2 wide receiver set out there. So Trevor Gutierrez, not a name that we've seen all year.
well, he comes through, which is really good for McAllen here. 1st and goal now, 1:26 to go. Carmichael says, I'm not going to step back here any longer. I'm just going to get rid of this ball here, and he's going to find Gutierrez again. So kind of likes Gutierrez at this point. And here's a 2-point attempt, and he finally decides to run with it.
Yeah, run forward. Kind of what you're supposed to do. But here you have Midland running that ball. Keller gets the first down, and McAllen is running out of timeouts.
Yep, you got to get a stop here. You cannot let them get a first down on this drive. If you do, the game is over. So they get 5 yards on that rush. 2nd and 5 now. Got to make a stop. They actually stopped him for about a 2-yard gain, but he turns it into 10 as he didn't give up. He kept churning the legs. So, guys, McAllen's going to lose his football game. Midland took care of business early on in this one. Even though McAllen started shutting Midland down late in the game on defense.
Too little, too late.
Yep, exactly.
So McAllen is basically eliminated from Big 12 East play. Midland remains alive in the West.
All right, guys, Week 11 action is in the books. Let's take a look at the rest of the Big 12. We got Little Rock and Amarillo, 31-17 victory for the Dillos.
Yep, and good offense out of Amarillo. Again, Bollinger did not do that well. Picked up some yards on the ground. Mabin did a little bit, but definitely not enough to compete. Here, Springer held his own. Beckham, solid game with 113. Sutton and Goolsby doing pretty solid. Let's check out ACU. Beats up on Broken Arrow a little bit.
52-20. They didn't stand a chance.
No, especially with the passing game of Broken Arrow. That's not really how they're going to win this game. So they definitely got shredded by Bishop. Snyder with 4 picks.
My goodness.
Yep, so
we'll have to see
Bishop
who did it.
Yeah, I mean, Bishop got into that Heisman conversation. So that's a pretty good performance on his part. You see McCoy with 2 scores. Noah Jones also picked up 1 on the ground. So you see their commitment to a little bit more balance might be starting to pay dividends. You see Manuel here.
Dude, yeah. I'm surprised he's not in the Heisman race right now.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's definitely a Bolitnikov finalist, I would say. Trichtinger got 4 pancakes. We saw him. He got beat up a little bit by Hill Parrish.
Yeah.
Which
is surprising because Hill Parrish, like we said before, is only 77 overall. He's not that special.
But he is good in the game, so he must have some good block shedding or something. But Greer with a half sack. Armendariz. Let's see if we got any more sacks.
Armand Hammer had a pick. Todd Parker had a pick.
Whoa, we're talking bad. Whoops. I thought I could sort by this. I guess not. So Chandler, Hammer, Washington, and Parker.
What?
With a 36-yard return.
36 yards.
Please tell me he didn't score a touchdown.
No, doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow, that's wild. It must have been a tip ball.
Sneaky speed there,
yeah,
Todd.
Good awareness by Parker. And Denver, no surprise here. It might even have been worse than you might have thought. I mean, look how bad that is. That is he just
600 yards.
Took him behind the woodshed. 400 yards rushing. Might as well not even waste time here on the Dust Devils offense. They are now eliminated from bowl contention. Timmons picks up a $142 and 2 scores through the air.
He doesn't even throw a whole lot, but look at this. They had over
300 between the two of them. But Timmons almost hit 200. And he outran Schmidt in this one.
Wow.
So, man, that is filthy.
They also moved up to number 2 in the nation.
Because Texas A&M gets upset by Mississippi State,
who
did lose to Broken Arrow. Only loss of the year. So the Big 12 is not getting their due yet. Hopefully that will change soon. But Texas A&M does plummet down the rankings, so Denver moves to number 2 in the country.
We'll check on ACU's rankings and everybody else that needs to be like in the bottom 20.
Yeah.
On the Wednesday video, so make sure you come by and check that out.
I think coming off a bye week, I'm thinking this week they will crack the top 25. They should be pretty close.
They were getting votes.
Yep. All right, let's look at week 12. We got Shreveport at Kansas A&M. That's an interesting one, but I mean, Shreveport now is pretty much out in the East. I mean, I can't quite say that, but they still got to play ACU and McAllen. So Midland State's going to go at Nebraska State, so at least we get them at our place.
Yeah, Midland is insane at home.
Yeah,
that's might what be we're finding out.
A little bit softer on the road. Hopefully, I'm hoping we don't get trounced like we did against Kansas A&M. We still need that one win to get to a bowl game. Broken Arrow's going to go on the road to McAllen. I think this game might go either way, but I think Broken Arrow is kind of trending down.
Yeah.
Amarillo might be trending up slightly, so they're going to go at Denver.
This could be a surprise. This could be actually a surprise game.
That's a trap game, I think. And you get Little Rock here.
Yeah, this should be another dub.
Hopefully, I mean, you never know.
Never know. They stuck like glue on your guys on wide receivers, so maybe
it's a deep conference.
Yeah, we know how Shreveport played against us. They played some pretty solid D, only holding us to 28. So yeah, Little Rock could be sneaky. So what are your takeaways for week 11?
Man, this was a big game. I mean, we saw what happened here. A lot of, maybe not quite as much offense as we thought. McAllen, though, did hit that 500-yard mark, and they still lost the game. So that is tough. I mean, Wicks threw the ball 40 times, and he went for 196. And then we saw Carmichael with the picks. He's really got to tone those down the stretch. But, I mean, McAllen basically now is eliminated from conference championship contention. Midland State is emerging as the threat to Denver.
The dark horse candidate. Like
we say it all the time.
Which we have said before.
Hey, would you say you're beating a dead horse with that?
Oh!
Give me my pataping. Okay.
Takeaway for me would obviously be ACU. Bounced back from those 2 losses that they've had, and they continue to be still a threat to Ardmore and Denver Tech too. Yeah. So whoever wins this conference or whoever wins this division between ACU or Ardmore, they're gonna represent their side very well against Denver Tech.
Yep, and we'll show you guys. We'll walk you through the standings and kind of see where everything's at. I mean, that Shreveport loss really hurts ACU's case to surpass you. They need you to lose twice at this rate.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this episode. Leave a like if you like this thing, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that little red button for a subscribe or my logo in the bottom right-hand corner of the video, and make sure you guys are hitting that notification bell so you're never missing a single upload for our NCAA Team Builder videos. So with that said, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. As always, peace.